So today's talk is about why every therapist should learn about gender diversity. After more than 30 years as a therapist, I still get excited when I find a CPD course that genuinely makes me think. The best training doesn't give me more information. It invites me to reflect on my assumptions, challenges me to see the world through a different lens, and helps me become more thoughtful in my practice. This was exactly my experience attending a workshop called Working Alongside Trans, Non-Binary and Questioning Clients, led by Ellis Johnson, a trans man. Ellis has a gentle, inclusive teaching style that made learning feel both safe and engaging. The day flowed beautifully between teaching, discussion, videos illustrating some of the challenges that trans people face, and thoughtful case studies. It was quite simply excellent. I came away thinking that every therapist would benefit from attending. One of the things I've learned over the years is that therapy begins with curiosity. We can't assume that we know another person's experience. We have to be willing to ask, to listen, and sometimes to discover that the world has changed since we first trained, and it certainly has since I first trained in 1991. When I began practicing, very few clients talked about gender identity. Although one of my early clients at the Maudsley Hospital, where I was doing my couples counselling training, was a couple where one person had transitioned gender. But that was relatively rare in those days. No one used they/them pronouns. Today, it's much more common to meet someone who's transgender, definitely more common to meet people who are non-binary or questioning their gender. Whether or not this is an area we know much about, our clients deserve therapists who are willing to understand their experience rather than make assumptions. Perhaps I've always been interested in the many ways that experience gender. As a child, I was a tomboy and I insisted on my hair being cut really short, and I loved it when shopkeepers thought I was a boy. It really excited me. In French lessons, I chose the name Pierre. And then years later, when I was in my late 20s, Ian, a close friend, remarked as we were walking one day, "You are such a feminine woman." His words landed unexpectedly deeply because I realized I'd never really fully recognized that part of myself. In a way, he gave that part of me a blessing. So looking back, I can see that my own relationship with gender has shifted over the years, even though I identify as a straight, cisgender woman. Life has continued to broaden my perspective. In my 30s, someone I cared about shared that he enjoyed cross-dressing, and watching him get ready was extraordinary. My first response was not judgment, but curiosity. Later, after training as a sex therapist, I attended a sexology conference in Brighton, where a fascinating presentation explained the medical aspects of gender transition. It was only at the end that I realized that the presenter himself had been assigned female at birth. Once again, I was reminded how easy it is to make assumptions. And because of that, Ellis Johnson now runs the Working Alongside Trans, Non-Binary and Questioning Clients through our organisation. And you can book it online at www.therapyandcounselling.co.uk. I still find parts of this subject challenging. Sometimes I have questions. Sometimes I need to learn new language or remind myself to use someone's chosen pronouns. But I believe that kindness matters. We don't have to understand every aspect of another person's experience in order to treat them with dignity and respect. As therapists, we regularly ask our clients to be courageous enough to explore unfamiliar territory. It seems only fair that we're willing to do the same ourselves. Take care. Thank you.